My children didn't always have the easiest life at home. You know, our household was a very difficult place for our children to grow up. There was a lot of chaos, a lot of unsavory people in and out on a regular basis, a lot of drugs, a lot of guns, a lot of you know, just a real rough environment for children to grow up in. We moved to Portland in an effort to geographically address my substance abuse and my drinking. I worked for periods of time, and there were other periods of time where I wasn't able to work because of my addiction. I was unable to hold a job. We were unable to maintain a household. You know, there was no stability at home at all, in any way, shape, or form, not only for my children, but for myself, for my wife. My wife overdosed in August of '09. You know, my use escalated at that point. I was homeless on and off for a period of maybe 3 years. You know, it came to a point where child welfare was knocking on the door and determined that, you know, this was an unsafe environment for our children to be living in. And so I had basically given up hope. And when I went into treatment, there was a man there who was one of the counselors, and he talked to me about his story, which was very, very similar to my story. And he role modeled what my life could be. We all have those people in our lives that changed everything about our life from that point on when we met them. You know, and it'd be really cool to be that person in somebody's life. Yeah. There's the Fathers Parents Anonymous group at Family Recovery Support Center. Most of the fathers there are in recovery. There aren't a lot of groups where you can go to address your concerns and issues around parenting children. I help fathers who find themselves involved with the child welfare system to successfully navigate that system. It's important for fathers to believe that they play a vital role in the lives of their children and their families and their communities. You know, and by engaging in this process, they can begin to recognize that. Hope comes from our belief in a possible future. There was a hope that was building in me that my life didn't have to, you know, end in the gutter. You know, that I could have a different life, a better life, that I could be a good dad. You know, I've been given another opportunity to do something with my life. You know, my child is safe in our home, you know, but she only spends so much time in the home. You know, when she walks through those doors, she's out in the community. So anything that I can do to have a positive effect on that community, to make it a safer, healthier place for her to grow up, you know, that's what I do. I missed out on a lot of years with my daughter doing that. There was a time where there was going to be no future for me and my daughter. You know, there was a time in both of our lives where we were never going to get to have those conversations. So every day is a blessing.